Hey everybody, Connie Huft here with the Health Ranch, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about hunger because there's a lot of people out there that are really scared of it. And rightfully so, because we've kind of had this major um, mental consciousness that somehow being hungry is wrong and that it's bad. And, we have a lot of government programs, school programs, things like that, or they're always promoting eat 3 meals a day and snack in between to keep your metabolism up. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about hunger because a lot of us have head hunger all the time where, the minute you see food, that actually starts a physiological response in the body. Maybe one day you're watching TV and all of a sudden here comes the ad for the pizza. You hadn't thought about pizza all day. You weren't even hungry. And yet there's this delicious hot and ready stuffed crust pizza, and it can be delivered to your door in 30 minutes or less. And so you're on the phone calling, grabbing that pizza when before you weren't even thinking about food. So hunger actually starts with the eyes first. So when you see food, that automatically triggers a physiological response in the body where you're already thinking about, oh, that's going to taste so wonderful, it's going to feel good, all that kind of stuff. So hunger starts with the eyes first. The other thing too is that you have physiological hunger called head hunger in the brain, where everybody's done it. You're rifling through the cupboards, you're walking through the grocery store, you're looking in the refrigerator, and you're like, what do I want to eat? What do I want to eat? That is not true physiological hunger. That's called head hunger. And what that is it's usually boredom. And a lot of times we're trying to fill a void in our life. Boredom is one of those wonderful chemicals that is a kick in the butt. It's a chemical that literally kicks us in the butt saying, hey, you need to be doing something. And instead, we usually stuff our face. A lot of times we're stuffing down loneliness or inadequacy or fear. I mean, there's a million different kinds of emotions that you could eat. And most of those are head hunger. So you might have an association with love. For me, it was chocolate chip cookies. It was the very first thing I can ever remember my mom teaching me how to make. And I was really, really good at it. And I think I was like 5. I don't even think I was quite 5 years old yet. But I actually remember our kitchen, everything about it. And to this day, I mean, chocolate chip cookies are like one of my absolute favorite. So a very strong association of love and comfort and accomplishment with chocolate chip cookies. So we make these associations with food. So if somebody says chocolate chip cookies, it's like, oh yeah, I want one. But that's not a true physiological hunger. Now, people, physiological hunger happens right here in the stomach. So right below your rib cage, that's where your stomach is kind of tucked up underneath, between your diaphragm and the rest of your stomach contents. So that is truly where you're going to feel true hunger. And I like to teach people about true hunger because true hunger is a wonderful friend, and it's a great sign that when you actually feel that rumble in the tummy, and then I mean talking the true rumble, the grumbling, the growling, that's actually saying your stomach is empty, which is a wonderful thing, especially if you're looking for fat loss. Okay, so it's nothing to be afraid of. What that signal actually means is that the body is actually now able to access the fat stores and utilize that for its own energy purposes. When you immediately keep eating, if you feel that and you're like, oh man, I'm so hungry, I gotta eat. You don't ever give your body a chance to actually dip into the fat stores to use that for food. So that hunger is actually your wonderful friend. So when you feel that, hunger comes in waves. And so usually you might feel a little rumbly, If you pass it up, like say you're working and you can't really get anything to eat, it's okay to pass up hunger because it goes in waves. So you just ride the wave and you surf waves of hunger. By passing up that first little bit of hunger and ending up into the second or even the third wave of hunger, your body has now had the opportunity to dip into its own fat stores and snack on that instead, which is really wonderful. What you'll also find is the more you utilize hunger and realize that it's your actual friend, the more you really look forward to it. Number one, food tastes better. If you've ever been really, truly hungry, where like maybe you went swimming all day and you didn't eat, or had some kind of physical game that you are at, and then you actually sat down for a meal, you seem like you enjoy it more, you taste it more, you feel the food as it's going into your body, and then you're much more satiated. And usually that satiation happens a lot quicker. When you're not hungry, you're usually trying to feed the head. And so eyes are bigger than stomach, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to eat that whole bag of Costco Doritos and chomp them all down. And then you feel the guilt and all the other stuff that follows with that. So do not be afraid of hunger. Hunger is your friend. Hunger is actually telling you that you're finally dipping into those fat stores and you're snacking on that fat. So the more you can make that connection that hunger is truly a good thing, the more you'll find that it's actually pretty easy. The other thing too is that you'll find that you'll be satiated quicker. So just allowing yourself to feel the hunger, pass it up, ride the wave, surf that wave of hunger till the next round, then have something to eat, but then really notice really how quickly you feel that you feel satisfied, not stuffed, not full to the gills, not unbuttoning your pants, but just that, wow, 2 or 3 bites, I'm actually really good. This is actually how we were born. You cannot think of a little toddler or a baby. You cannot force feed them. They'll take 1 or 2 bites, and if you try to shove something else in their face, they spit it out, they throw it on the floor, they play with their food, they get down, forget about it altogether, run off and go play. This is how we were designed to eat. They only eat when they feel true hunger. And when they feel that slightest little bit of satisfaction, they're done. They're off playing. They forget about food for hours on end until they're like, hey, yeah, you know what? I'm hungry, Mom. Give me something to eat. So we're all born with that, and we just have to remind ourselves that that is a natural state of being in life. So hunger's your friend. It's the one that tells us that you're actually snacking on your fat stores and you're becoming a super fat burning machine. All right, Health Ranchers, have yourself a great day. Happy trails. I'll talk to you later. Bye.